What's shaking in the vast tapestry of India's workforce? It's said that there's a glaring disparity casting a shadow on India's economic potential. According to the World Bank, in 2022, close to 25% of women aged 15 and older were actively engaged in India's labor force. The global average is said to be close to 50%. Why? This situation in India usually has societal norms, income inequality, and educational access shoulder the blame. But according to a paper authored by two female economists, Chakraborty and Mahajan, there's another overlooked factor. A micro firm has less than 10 people employed on average and is said to be prevalent in India's economic landscape. According to analysis, nearly 80% of firms in India fall into the micro-sized category. Within the manufacturing sector, one might expect larger enterprises to dominate, but it's said that 30% of firms remain micro-sized. And yet, it's these micro firms that are said to collectively employ more than half of India's workforce, amounting to close to 55%. According to the analysis, a direct correlation between firm size and the proportion of female workers employed is said to be established. Over a period spanning 1998 to 2019, for every 1% increase in the workforce of a firm, there was said to be a corresponding 0.4% increase in female employment. This correlation is said to encompass agriculture, construction, manufacturing, services, and other sectors. And it's said that close to 30% of female workers are likely to find employment in firms boasting a workforce of 20 or more employees compared to those with fewer than 6. So, why could this be happening? It may be due to non-wage benefits like maternity, paid leave, on-site childcare facilities, and comprehensive healthcare coverage that is usually offered by larger companies. That kind of support system may not only attract a higher number of female employees but also contribute to their overall job satisfaction, increasing the likelihood of long-term retention. It may be believed that bigger companies may pay women less because they offer extra benefits. But according to the study, women in larger companies may be more productive, justifying better wages or salaries. There were said to be labor law amendments in the Indian states of Rajasthan and Jharkhand, which eased regulatory constraints on firms seeking to hire additional employees. This was said to have led to close to 15% surge in the proportion of female workers in those states. And those states were said to have witnessed a 15% increase in output accompanied by notable growth in profits and welfare expenses per employee compared to states without such policy revisions. So, what could be done? Encourage the growth of larger firms? Advocate for similar employee benefits in smaller enterprises? How feasible and sustainable could this be? Can these measures boost economic productivity and foster a more inclusive and equitable workforce? What does it take for India to include the full participation of its female workforce?